Heyo, my Cities Skylines friends, Johnny5 Live here, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Cities. And I made a little bit of progress in between episodes, and what I did here is I extended the SkyTrain, added some more stops. I managed to get it up the hill, and I tied it back around. So I changed the road system a little bit. It's a little bit fugly, but it'll do. And we'll still be able to run a SkyTrain down to here when we do our airport eventually. So that's good. And then we can also branch one off going down this way, and maybe even one this way. We'll have to see. So I made a bunch of adjustments to the roads there, kind of reworked things a little bit. And I also... there was a problem where one of the arrows was pointing this way, and that's why I was having a traffic jam. It was pointing the wrong way. So traffic is clearing up just a little bit. It still looks pretty bad. Let's see if we can speed this up. It'll clear out a little bit. This main road is pretty terrible. So what I did is I dropped down the amount of commercial in some of these areas. Just lowered it a bit. As you can see, it's disappearing. And I figured the heavy traffic is caused by a lot of the trucks. And, whoa, I always end up doing this. Oh, no. Whew. Alright, so, what was I saying? Yeah, also there's too much traffic down here, as you can see, because all these trucks are coming in to bring in goods to this tourist place with all these restaurants. So by adding in some beachfront housing, which reminds me, I think I have to do high-tech housing on this. Or did I? High-tech, okay, I did. So yeah, we're gonna reduce the amount of shops that were on the front and add in some houses. That should reduce the amount of trucks coming in a little bit. And it's already getting a little better. It's kind of in the orange instead of the red. And same with this area. This is already clearing up a little bit. It was beet red all the way down. And is there anything else I can reduce? So all this industry is causing a lot of traffic as well. So it's good that we have the one-way road, but we don't have one going this way because our highway's over here. So it's a little problematic. So it'll be a little bit better, I think, once I think maybe we need to build our farmland here and leave a space for houses here. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do. So maybe what I'll do is I'll divide Ninja Industries into two parts. Yeah, we'll split this up, I think. Ninja Industries. How about we do this? So if someone wants to name this new farmland, feel free to do that. How much do I want to go out here? Yeah. And we'll put some housing in between. I think that's good. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we'll have a whole new industry down here. I'll chop this in. Everything in between those will be some small housing. And then that way we'll have less traffic problems, hopefully, because the industry causes so much traffic. Oh, crap. Okay, I gotta rethink that a little. It's a little finicky, isn't it? So I was gonna say, the last time I answered the community questions was episode 8, and I did episode 9 and this episode all kind of back to back. So it's a little hard to reply to comments and work on the game at the same time because I'm kind of ahead of you guys. So I want to stay ahead because I want to have something to release and if I don't have time to play the game, then there's no episodes to release. So as long as I'm a few episodes ahead of you guys, there's going to be basically a video every day. So I'd rather get a video out every day, but that it comes at the cost of being ahead of you guys in the episodes. So episode 8 was when I answered the community comments and stuff like that. So hopefully, maybe this is where I'll stop, and whatever people say on episode 8, I'll do an update video on the next video or something like that. And then by the time this gets released, episode 10, this is, I'll look back at the comments up until this, and we'll come up with another community question somewhere in 12 or 13. So what I want from you guys on this episode is to name some of our new regions. So obviously you can see I added in this new industrial area. We're going to have a new little hamlet of houses in here. But as you can see, I've added in all these regions in between episodes. I was fixing the traffic, cleaning up the zones, and it's a much cleaner now. I like the way it looks. It's gridded out. So this here, Myrtle Hills, that's so hard to say. Myrtle Hills is the dump zone. This is where all the trash goes. Someone wants to name that, you can go ahead. This whole upper area, it's going to be low-income housing, just like we have down here. If someone wants to name that, that's great. And I think I brought this up in episode 8, so I might have a name for this by now. But yeah, basically whatever you guys see here that isn't named, like Jordan Smith named that one. We have these ones are named, Science Friction's named, Hydrostorm's named, Little Sweden's named. So I added in a district for our little Alcatraz. If someone wants to name the prison island, that's cool. So we still need to name this one, and I'll have some answers, but after reading episode 8 for some of these things. So I'm gonna be doing like a first come first served basis, but all these are new. So Belmont Square is new, Sheffield District is new. This is gonna probably be high residential skyscrapers. This low income housing. We have our new farmland. We have our little Hamilton's district. And this will probably be big commercial because it's right near the highway. That'll help with the traffic problems. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes from everything that happened so far and try and improve a little bit. So lots of new districts to name, so have a look at it there, guys. If there's something you want to name, maybe some main roads you want to name, go right ahead, and I'll be checking up on the comments. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say for this episode, but now I think it's time to start building some stuff. There is a huge demand for commercial right now, and a little bit more for industrial. Now what we could do to solve our industrial problem is to add more offices. We have a little bit of space here to utilize, so I figure why not do that. It's an interesting design. It'll do. And cut that back in here. And sure. All right. Getting a little faster at the road work. Starting to get the hang of things now. I'll just fill all that in. Boom. That should help with our industrial problem. I wonder if we could squeeze some more in. Not too much. Ew, I don't like that intersection being so close like that. A little better. Got a little bit more. I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze any in there. Okay, forget that one. The traffic for this area seems to be very clean. So, one thing I did right, so you guys can learn from my mistakes if you're not as, if you're bad at the game like me, you can learn from my mistakes. So, this whole area in terms of traffic is really clean, and I think that has something to do with the monorail coming straight in. People can take that to work, and from there there's bus routes that go around the whole thing, so they can pretty much get anywhere they need from here, and then this one-way traffic just diverts everything down. So yeah, there's not a lot of congestion, and the fact that there's no shops down here, there's no trucks that have to come down here. As you can see, there's a little bit of traffic in here, and that's mainly because of all this commercial. Commercial causes big, heavy trucks. They got to drop off goods, pick up goods, packages, all that stuff. So be sure to always build your commercial, you know, so you have a flow of to get in and on of the highway. Lots of one-way, 6-lane roads. That'll definitely help, and try to reduce the amount of multiple different intersections you have, and then you should be okay. I don't mind the little bits of red here and there. It's not too ugly. This is a big problem. Maybe I'll find a way to clean that up in the future. Again, I could probably just reduce the amount of commercial here, and that might help alone. I might just do that here because it's so close to the intersection. So I'm finding if you just replace commercial with residential, it does help to stop the traffic a little. Sorry, buildings. Yeah. It'll help over time. Now, I created another problem here somehow. So I ended up reverting these one-way roads at some point. I don't know if that was a good idea. This is getting congested. It's really good to have one-way roads in the industrial, but I wanted to give them the option to take the off-ramp this way or this way. I guess it is what it is. I mean, every city's gonna have traffic, and you know, like Los Angeles, you'd be sitting in traffic for hours and hours and hours. It's not like we have red backed up all the way. So for the most part, it's just little bits here and there. I'm okay with it. Anyways, that's that. We added some more in there. Now we just need some commercial. Now we have an off-ramp here. I feel like we could probably add a little bit of commercial in here. I'm afraid of the trucks. I really am. Let's see our traffic flow. It goes this way and out. So if trucks came in, we might be able to route some commercial through here. What did we do for the districts? And we wanted that to be farmland. If it's not too much, whoops, I wanted curves. If it's not too much, I think we'll be okay. We gotta give them something. Now these power lines are a real pain in the butt. As soon as these spring up, I can get rid of the power lines. There we go. Probably get rid of those. And fill. All right. So pretty much everything's good. We just need to wait for the demand of more housing. So we'll just keep it on a fast forward for a bit, take a look around at all of our development. So look at the road system. That's just so crazy. It's going to be nice to see all of this get filled in the next episode or two. And once we fill that in, we'll put an airport in, and then we could start thinking about going this way. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know in the comments below whether you think we should expand left or to the beach. I feel like the beach should be saved for later, just so we can look into the harbor options and stuff, and I'm not too ready for that, so I'm already feeling like maybe this way would be a little bit better. But for sure, going out and finishing up this. So, look at the nightlife. Beautiful. I love this area. Offices are springing up over here now. Now, let's check on this area. Alright, we got houses now. Let's see if the traffic problems have cleared up a bit. Oh, look at that. Much better. So that does work in theory. So if you guys are having mega traffic issues, just clean up your commercial a little bit. Now, what's the problem here? It's just the industrial. There's no way around that unless I add in more one-way roads, which I just don't have room for at this point. I mean, I could divert a one-way road down through here. That might help. I might end up doing that at one point, actually. That would help a ton. I would have to clean this road up and travel it through here. That could help. So, yeah, the one-way roads definitely help, guys. Just make sure you have a couple going in each direction close to your highways, because this one it's so far from the highway and it's causing inner traffic problems. Alright, they need workers. They're starting to want houses. That's good. Let's start filling in. We're gonna work our way up the hill. Why is it not curving? That's good enough. Oh, look at that. They're springing in instantly. Buy. Or build. Alright. Pretty excited to see this area develop. It's all on these crazy hills like this. I did some terraforming off screen, and while I was setting up these roads and terraforming, I pretty much lost all my money. I was down to $0 at one point. So, as I was saying like a couple episodes ago, that I really enjoy the balance of this game in terms of the simulation. It's quite easy to, I guess depending on your map, of course, if you're doing lots of terraforming and road work, bridges and tunnels, the money goes quickly and you'll spend it out. So there's definitely a lot to manage, but now I'm up to 700,000 again. But with all this high demand, you know, we're gonna start expanding again. For now, I don't really have to spend too much other than parks and things like that. So I think we're pretty much good. We do have a main road here. Let's see, is it a one-way? Of course it is. I probably should reconsider. Whoa, power. Oh, whoa, pause it. I think. Oh, gotta keep an eye on our power. So we can add in a nuclear power plant now. I'm kind of terrified to do that because, like, don't they... let's see what it says. Power of the atom in your hands. This power plant does create ground pollution, but does not emit noise pollution. High water usage. Ground pollution. I don't want to, like, radiate my city. I think if we do it, we'll do it, like, down here. So we'll wait till later to do that. I'm digging the solar plants. I've been putting them in Lumberland over here. Or sorry, Mount Hydrostorm. But we kind of ran out of space. We can't quite fit anymore. We might have to move to our new industry. So what does this one say? Produces electricity with large solar panels. Stores power in batteries built underground. During night, the solar plant distributes stored electricity from the batteries, so it contributes energy production. It doesn't... Oh, noise pollution. Okay. So, looking at our districts, we could... I wouldn't mind trying to squeeze it in here, but... we don't want to disturb the people too much. I like putting power plants in industrial areas, so maybe... I know this is going to eat into our farmland a little bit, but if we could find a spot for it here, I think that'll be the best. Yeah, it's going to cause some noise pollution, but there won't be much farms around this area. So let's unpause it. Let's see how much that gives us. Ooh, that's a tiny boop. Really need to put in a lot more power. Well, put an oil plant in? Wait, not there. Definitely not there. How much did that go up? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good for a while. Until we, a while. Sewage treatment. We might want, oh, that had no power. I probably didn't need to put another one down. I just needed to do that. But that's okay. We have more for later. Oop. Alright, we're good on all that stuff. Incineration is looking good. Alright. Back to it. So I was thinking we have this main road here. So maybe this could all become commercial. We could even do this row. Now, how do they get in here? From the highway, they're going to be coming up this way. Or through here. Is this a one-way road? Up. It is, but they can't go in that way. So they might end up going this way. So we'll have to see how the traffic goes. In some cases, I feel like this was a mistake. We don't want the traffic going down those tiny roads like that. Sorry, guys. We are ruining your buildings. Okay, alright, let's just keep filling houses. The whole hilltop. I think they're going to want some parks and stuff, though. And I didn't set a policy. I think these houses... Let's see here. policies. We want to do the schools out. Anything else? Should be fine. I kind of feel like tax relief would be good, just to give them an incentive to move in. It'd be cool to see it develop all the way up here as well. This would have been the ideal spot for the commercial, actually, because they come up right off the highway. So maybe I'll kind of keep it around here. We'll see how bad the traffic is. Later on, I can always turn this green and just keep a strip. Or turn this green and keep a strip on the inside. Oh, do we need this power line anymore? Well, we have a power plant here, so no. Well, technically, we should, because we want the city to share the power distribution. Because this needs to give power to the city. People are moving in. Maybe, should fast forward this. Maybe what I'll do in between episodes is let the demands build up. So that maybe I'll wait a little bit. Let the videos that I've made release. Check on the comments. Make a bunch of notes. See what you guys say about the episodes and what things I should improve, what things I should name. And I'll take all my notes and I'll wait for episode 11 until I read it all. And I'll also let the demands build up, so that when we go into episode 11, we'll have a whole bunch of things to name, questions to answer, things to read, comments to read, and whole areas to zone in and fill. And then in that episode, we'll get so much done. We'll watch things just explode in growth. I'm already liking the look of this little hamlet. It's looking good. Alright, I'm excited. I really wanted this to be a farmland all the way down. A little disappointed that I did not think my roads through properly. The whole problem was really that I just put the highway too close to the mountain, and I couldn't build off-ramps and on-ramps on either side here. So, the better way of doing this would have been to run the highway through this way. So if you guys end up playing this map, which I highly recommend, this map's been a ton of fun. My only complaint with it is the terrain goes really high when you try to terraform it. It says there's not enough soil because the terrain is almost a straight drop-off, which I'm not a fan of. So it's really hard to modify the terrain on this one. But at the same time, while that is a disadvantage, it also gives you constraints, and you have to think around that. It's a challenge, so you have to think creatively around those constraints. I might be able to level off some of these tops, and then I could wind roads up. So that might be neat to just kind of flatten it out, have some little villages on top. I'm pretty sure we could get a whole city on top of this at one point. So yeah, I really enjoy this map so far. Oh, look at that, guys! Megalopolis. Holy crap, what does that mean? We get an international airport. 2 runways, 11 terminals. Connects to subway networks. Can't handle much more traffic than a conventional airport. Can handle. It comes with a subway network. I don't know if we need that, but it sounds interesting that it has extra runways. Ooh. Where's the airports? I just want to take a peek at this. Look at that. 250,000. What's the other one? Well, that's tiny. Oh, we gotta build blimps. Maybe we'll do that up here. Blimp stops. Yeah, I definitely need a... Oh, cable cars. The cable cars would actually work great for these islands. Make like little remote areas for people to go to. Yeah, I gotta definitely play around with some of this stuff. There's still tons to do, and I've been kind of repeating, you know, the learning as I go, and now I'm starting to feel like as we're getting into here, I'm repeating myself a lot in terms of what we're doing. So now that we're starting to get out of this big landmass, we're going to be able to reach off to the outskirts of this, start playing with ferries and stuff like that, and all these different cool transportations like this cable cars and airport. What else can we play with? Definitely all the sea stuff. Could even try the subways, but we did the monorail. I'm having fun with the monorail. We tried out the tram. I definitely want to try that cable car. Awesome. And more monuments. Alright guys, that's I think that's gonna do it for this episode. In the next, like I said, in the next episode I'll save up the demands, and I'll wait to read off some more comments and questions and stuff like that. So I'm gonna let Cities sit on pause for a bit until I get enough comments to come back and play, and then we'll go in here and fill up our hilltop, and then next episode after that we'll do the airport. Cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye now.